Welcome. Happy Monday. Happy to have those of you who are watching live here now, and happy to have anyone who joins at a later date participate in this breathing and journeying session. I'm Sharon Harvey Alexander of Mountain Wisdom Holistic Health, and today I thought we would keep it simple and see where it goes. And I say that thinking that breathing is a pretty simple thing to do. We do it all the time, whether we think about it or not. And yet we can work magic when we pay attention to our breath. So let's just explore that magic a little bit. And I know that times are crazy for many people. I know this morning I don't direct a lot of my attention to the news because I think it drains away my energy, which is not exactly true as I talk about it. But anyway, I scanned through the paper today, and one thing I took away was repressive edicts in Afghanistan. I mean, there are things happening all over the world, and there's a practice that Sharon is guiding us through this week. So there are so many things happening, and it's easy to get overwhelmed. We can call in our teams and ask the PTO to sweep this away. And yet for me, it sometimes doesn't feel like enough. And I think that's when it's important to come back to our breath. So these short practices each week, or this brief period of time that we gather each week, I hope can serve as a foundation for you to build a breath practice. I received a note from someone last night, a Happy Mother's Day message, and she also had a question. She had just finished reading my book. It took her some time to get through. And her point was that by creating a practice, she finds that breathing is more beneficial for her. And so that's true for all of us. Let's take just a few minutes right now to place yourself in a comfortable place that is free of distractions and breathe. Right here, right now. If you're seated, that's great. If you would like to recline, that's fine as well. I will come in and out as I guide the practice. And if you fall asleep, which some people have mentioned happening very easily for them, know that that is exactly what you need right now, and that is okay. And that you're still absorbing the benefits here. And I want to say that it's lovely to consider your breath a friend, an ally, a partner on the journey to discovering, reclaiming, elevating good across the planet. So wherever you are, take a comfortable seat or lie down in a comfortable position. Close your eyes if that feels safe to do. And just observe your breath for a few minutes right now. What does that mean? Observe your breath. With what are we observing, you might ask? Should I breathe a certain way, you might ask? I notice that it's hard to get breath any deeper than the top of my chest, you might notice. Just continue. The questions might arise, And for now, all I ask, all the invitation is to observe your breath with whatever power, whatever faculty, whatever sense you can do this. It's perfect. Just observe your breath. You don't need to change anything. You don't need to breathe in a certain way. There's no counting. There's no where do I breathe? When do I breathe? How do I breathe? Just bring your attention to your breath for just a few more minutes now. And as you observe your breath, what are you noticing? Perhaps you start to create a list of observations. Where does the breath enter your body? Where does the breath travel? As you breathe in, how does the breath exit your body? How far out from you can you still maintain awareness of breath? Meaning, from how far out is breath coming to you? Where do you notice that starting as you draw your breath in? Where do you know, how far out do you notice breath traveling as you release it back out from your body? And between the time that it starts to move in and it starts to move out, or it ends, between the time it starts and ends, a breath in and a breath out, what happens? What do you observe? It is through the practice of observation that we can cultivate a beneficial relationship with our breath. And by beneficial, I mean a nourishing, supportive, life affirming breath, drawing that creative life force in to be absorbed by every cell, every tissue in our body. So now imagine that life force traveling with the breath, entering your body to be absorbed by every cell, every tissue. And then you simply breathe it back out again. So breathing in, loving, nourishing, healing, strengthening energy with each breath. and simply releasing it or letting it go. Taking a few moments now to imagine or sense this positive, life affirming energy moving with the breath. Can you allow yourself to inhale just a little bit more of this positive, life enhancing, nourishing breath? Each time you inhale, perhaps you can inhale just a little bit more without striving. Just allow that in breath to grow a little bit longer each time. And now shift your attention to the out breath. Follow each breath out to the end. Again, there's nothing to do necessarily. Don't worry about how long it is, how far out the breath travels. Simply follow, training your mind's attention to follow the breath to the end. With each breath out, can you imagine that which no longer serves you moving out as well? Imagine your exhalation carrying it with it, limited, dark, self defeating energies, carrying them out from your body. So you're following the exhalation. And now imagine traveling with it anything, any energy, any experience, any words that you don't need to hold on to any longer. Imagine releasing that as you breathe out. Even if you can't identify what is not serving you in this moment, keep following your exhalation to the end, perhaps noticing and lingering in the natural pause before the breath turns around and comes in again. Using the exhale as a release valve now. And you can continue this. We'll shift the focus to both the inhalation and the exhalation now, imagining inhaling all that is positive, all that is good, all that fills your heart and nourishes your body. Inhaling positive, nourishing energy, exhaling whatever gets in the way of that, of you absorbing that, exhaling what no longer serves you. So we're inhaling the good and we're releasing any negative energy that is ready to go. Focus on this for the next few moments. Inhaling what nourishes your heart and your body. Positive, loving energy coming in with the breath, and that breath that travels out carrying any sense of limitation, resistance, negativity with it. Continue to observe your breath both in and out. Now, breathing in nourishing, positive, uplifting energy, the energy of good, the energy of home, and breathing out any sense of limitation, all struggle, any need to control or change a particular situation, person, experience. Breathing it out, letting it go for the time being as you follow the breath in and out for the next few moments. And then pausing and taking a moment to ask your guides, your team, ask for insight and support from the unseen realm. Is there a message for you? Is there something you need to know, a question to ask, something to see, or a place to travel to? Is it possible to maintain awareness of your breath and allow it to be smooth and full, traveling both in and out, while journeying with this question or curiosity to wherever it might be that you go for the next few minutes? Take this time to travel beyond. It might be outside the physical body, it might be deeper within, cultivating an awareness with your true self, maybe receiving a message or some information. Just allow yourself to journey for the next few minutes, and I'll call you back in about 5 minutes. Enjoy this time. And slowly come back from the journey. Come back from the introspective experience. Again, notice your breath. Begin to observe the flow of your breath once again. And this time, imagine breathing in good, circulating it through your human body suit, and breathing it out again. Imagine that you can breathe in beneficial, nourishing, life-enhancing, and loving energy, which circulates through all of you, and you can release it back out, breathing in love, absorbing it, and releasing it as a gift to the universe. Your breath. Again, no particular way to breathe, no certain length, just breathing in, imagining breathing in, loving, healing, invigorating if you need that, inspiring, refreshing energy. What do you need? And breathing it out again and again. And then we will bring this to a close, but you can come back to this practice anytime. Thank you for being here. Did you have a question, Lynn? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste.